Hello, my name is Voya and welcome to my deep guide. So last time when I was checking out all the pens, I was able to find the best pen that fits my Note Air perfectly because it has the magnet that it works and it suits me very nicely. It has the button and also, of course, the HP nib, and it was just a very nice combo. And one of the last things that I wanted to kind of find out and to complete the package of Note Air so that I can have it as good as I can, I was very interested to see how do other third-party paper-like screen protectors behave and what kind of results do we get. So I checked out two additional ones. First one is from the company called Bersem, and it's a Paperfeel type of a screen protector, of course for iPad. Both are for iPads, but you can, cut them down to size. And the second one is, of course, the Paperlike. So I tested both of them, and yeah, here are pretty much the results and my summary. The Bersem Screen Protector is an excellent package. You get two screen protectors, you get screen wipes, you get guideline stickers, you get dust stickers, you get wipe cloth, you get the whole set that you need to ensure that you can actually apply this pretty much perfectly. And that's exactly what happened, because when I applied it and I followed the directions, it was not a space project and with, infinite amount of bubbles, at least for me. I didn't have a single bubble on this one when I actually applied it. It took immediately, just worked, and it's very well supplied. In addition, you also get this kind of dedicated scraper to chase your bubbles around so that you can kind of flatten it all out and ensures really good applications. Of course, you have to cut it down to size because this one, for example, is for iPad 11-inch, so you have to cut some sizes and of course the rounded edges and all that kind of things. So not designed for Note Air, of course not, but if you do shape it, then you are able to use it. One note about shaping your own screen protector: it's virtually impossible not to get frayed edges. Regardless of how sharp your knife is, you need to exert quite a bit of pressure when actually cutting it to cut it, and that exertion of pressure and the act of cutting itself will create micro abrasions to the corners, and once you actually apply it, you will have air bubbly frame that's very small. And of course I had that, but it didn't really bother me. That was not the problem that bothered me. Here are the good things about the Bersem film. First of all, as I said, it applies very easily and it's a very complete package. Excellent marks there. It feels excellent. It's rough, it's very kind of rugged, and it's a very satisfying feel and a very satisfying sound as well, as you can hear. Unfortunately, it also has bad sides, and those are quite big. The first one is not a huge negative compared to the other one, but yeah, it adds thickness to the whole device, so it's not ideal. But of course, when you add a layer, you add a layer, so it's just on a little bit on the thicker side. However, what was a complete surprise for me, and unfortunately a deal breaker, was that it worsens the reflections and glare. As you can actually see here, not only is it worse than Note 3, but on the section on the side, the blue section here, which doesn't have the screen protector on it, which is the actual device's AG, anti-glare glass, it's incomparably better and more diffuse and less reflective and less glary than the actual screen protector. So it was something that really didn't even cross my mind that it would be a possibility that a screen protector is going to worsen the reflectivity, but this one unfortunately does. So yeah, I tried to kind of use it, but it was a really big problem. As you saw, the reflections are just kind of crazy. So maybe it makes sense on a pure glass device like an iPad, but on Boox products with AG glass, definitely doesn't make sense. So Bersem didn't work out for me, so I opted out to try out the Paperlike after reading a lot of reviews and all that kind of stuff, because it felt like, okay, this is something that's for me. And there were a couple of negative points, but so many other people said that it's like excellent and you gotta go for it that, all right, I'm gonna try it. And I did. The packaging is also really good. You get 2 screen protectors, you get the wipes, you get the guide stickers, you get the dust stickers, and you get everything that you need to apply it bubble free, should you be so lucky. You don't get this kind of thing because you can apply it with a card to actually force the bubbles out, which is fine. I took the one for the 12-inch so that I can cut it down to size, and the idea was to actually cover the entire surface. And I bought a brand new knife and was very careful, but still the edges were slightly frayed, less than on the other one, but it seems that it's kind of almost impossible to avoid that type of effect, or at least I don't know how to do that. I wish I did know. The application itself, the instructions are great on the Paperlike, how they actually explain you how to apply it, and that's all fine. However, the bubble-free type of situation was not as good as it was on Bersem, so it's not as painless as it was there. Definitely possible, but it takes a little bit more effort and more care. So Bersem was a lot easier to actually get a perfect, absolutely perfect result. With the Paperlike, you do have to get your conditions right, and you have to pay attention to the dust specks and all that kind of stuff. So it's much more prone to imperfections there. So I applied it and I tested it for a while, and here are the conclusions that I got. So the good thing is that it's thinner than the Bersem. The obvious huge advantage is that it completely dissolves the reflection and glare to a really nice level. I mean, almost like there's none there at all. So that's a huge positive side as far as the Paperlike goes. It does that excellent. Don't mind the amount of bubbles in the footage here. I took it off to kind of try something, and you really can't reapply it. I mean, every second consecutive try is just worse and worse and worse. But at that point, I was kind of sure that I'm not going to use it anyway. So I just wanted to record footage to kind of show you the comparisons and all that kind of stuff. So just try to ignore the air bubbles. That was just my screw up. So that's try to overlook that. The second positive is the feel. So the feel is very nice. It's not as rough as the Bersem, but it's definitely Paperlike. It's more refined and it feels good. However, there are negatives. Yeah, it's not as easy to apply as the Bersem is. The feel, while the feel is good, you get some weird squeakiness from time to time depending on what type of a nib you use. And yeah, unfortunately for me personally, this is going to be like uber individual type of a preference and situation, but for me it gave me the chills like scratching nails on a chalkboard. So the instant, like when it goes eek, my spine goes for some people that's going to be like a non-issue. Unfortunately for me, subjectively, most definitely it was a very bad issue, because you write and you go like for me, no. I could get used to it, because some of the pens, the harder nibs, they don't do that, only the softer nibs do it. So when I tried harder nibs, they actually are good. And even the Boox Air pen that I really dislike actually started to feel less horrid on this one. And so I kind of thought like, okay, so harder nib will work. That's actually kind of cool. And then I started to notice something really weird, which was the image quality. And unfortunately, yes, it diffuses the reflections and glare really nicely, but it also diffuses the image itself, and then everything becomes ever so slightly and not so slightly blurry, as you can see here. And the difference is quite noticeable when you actually start comparing without it and with it. And then I kind of figured out, yeah, I am not gonna do that. So I had the deal breaker on Bersem, which was the screen glare, the added reflectivity and glare. And the deal breaker on the Paperlike for me was that it worsens the image quality of your device. So maybe it's something that won't affect you at all. If it doesn't affect you at all and the squeakiness doesn't affect you at all, excellent, because then you're gonna have like an amazing experience. So that's something that's really, really cool, and I really wish that it didn't bother me, but unfortunately, subjectively, to me, yes, it does bother me. So I took it off. And by that time, since I took both of them off, I figured, well, why not do half and half, so that you can actually see the comparison of the reflectivity and how it actually works without it, with it, and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, what is the conclusion for me? I wish that I had a screen protector that feels and writes and applies like Bersem screen protector, but that it doesn't have the added reflectivity. So, or that it, diffuses the reflections like the Paperlike. So far, I don't know if that thing exists. I'll continue to search if the magical Paperlike screen protector is out there. But for now, I'm not using a screen protector, and with the combination that I talked about, which is the winning combination for me, especially the HP gray nibs, it's more than awesome. So I really, really love this. That's the winning combination for me right now. No screen protector and the pen combination and the nib combination that I talked about in the pen and nib comparison video. Somebody asked in comments, how does the Samsung pen fit onto the Note Air, and for me it fits perfectly. I've noticed that it fits on these two positions, like this one and this one here, preferably here. It's actually most stable and it actually stays. Now, of course, I'm using it with the flipbook cover, which definitely helps, but I always use the flipbook cover anyway. So yeah, if you don't use the flipbook cover, it's going to be a little bit more loose. There was also a question, how does it fit on Remarkable? It fits okay, but not as good as the original Remarkable pen. So here we go. We can just put it and it fits there normally. And a similar thing for me is that I find that there's a magnet here and here that's kind of clashing with it a little bit and it's pushing it. So for me, the middle position and the one underneath it are the ones that actually work. And another thing that I figured out, for some reason, when you actually put it on top here, which I figured out with by accident, it just is uber strong. It's super, super duper strong and kind of straight. And then I kind of figured, well, that's kind of cool, because for me, at least personally, because it's much easier to grab it and set it down. So yeah, I haven't tried if that works with the pen. Yeah, it does. Oh, cool. Well, that actually works a lot better, because you don't have to fumble around on the side. Of course, you can't close it, but yeah, whatever. And then I tried that on the Note Air, but unfortunately, nope, you can't do it. It just goes whee! So yeah, on the Note Air, it works fine. On the side, the bottom two slots, very, very nice for me. And on the Remarkable, middle and the bottom slot works nice, but not as good as the original Remarkable 2 pen. And plus you have that front sticking on the Remarkable, which actually works nice. I hope you liked the video. If you did, please like and subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you can get notified when the new videos on My Dip Guide are released. Also, if you do like my work and you would like to support the My Dip Guide platform, check out the My Dip Guide on patreon.com. And if you choose to become an official patron, then you'll get access to exclusive content, which is like once or twice a month behind the scenes types of videos for, yeah, just as a thank you for your generous support. Stay safe, stay healthy, and see you in the next video. Bye!